Greetings, everyone. In today's lecture, we're tackling a topic that's straight as an arrow, brutally honest, starting a business. But not the rosy, dreamy kind. This is about how to start a business and not die trying. You see the title of this lesson? I deliberately gave it a fun, humorous name. But in all seriousness, my point is how to start a business without failing. You read newspapers, watch TV, flip through magazines, even dive into books. Success stories are everywhere, screaming at you. They fire you up like crazy. But where are the failure stories? Have you ever seen someone who borrowed money to start a business, failed, and ended up losing their house? I have. Have you ever been in that situation where you launch a business with all the enthusiasm and bravado, only to flop, start borrowing here to patch up there, and eventually go into hiding because you can't face the debts piling up at home? I've seen it. These stories show the two sides of entrepreneurship, the rosy minority on one hand and the dark, grim majority on the other. So before you dive in, you have to ask, how do I avoid crashing? Many skip this question. In their excitement, they leap without planning a safe landing spot. Super dangerous. This lesson draws from my experience turned into relatable metaphors to make it crystal clear. Think of this as an insurance policy for you. Take it slow, follow along, and dodge the traps lurking on your entrepreneurial journey. Let's do this. Now back to today's main topic, how to start a business without crashing, or to put it bluntly, without dying. I've boiled it down to 3 hard-earned lessons. 3 lessons, each one gut-wrenching, laid bare for you. Pay attention. These are common mistakes that kill businesses over and over. Painful stuff, folks. All right, let's dive into the first one. The first strategy to start a business without dying. And I'll kick it off with a metaphor. Metaphors are awesome. They let us convey complex, big-picture ideas through simple images. If you followed my lectures, you know I love this approach. What's simpler than metaphors to make grand concepts clear? Picture this analogy. The business market is like an ocean, vast, boundless, endless. The profits we chase are like fish, like seafood in that ocean. Got that image? So in this metaphor, when we do business, our job is clear. Dive into the ocean and catch fish, shrimp, crabs, oysters, as much as possible. That's the profit, the biggest driver for most people jumping into business. Now imagine this. Doing business is like fishing. The market is a massive ocean, and profit, let's be real, money is like fish in the sea. You're a fisherman. Your job at sea? Easy. Catch fish. Simple. Yeah? Here's the problem, folks. Many people head out to sea with the mindset of Aquaman, a fictional hero who can leap into the water, move freely, and thrive without any gear. Just a pair of shorts, and he's good to go, living underwater, totally safe, carefree. And let me tell you, many entrepreneurs start with this Aquaman mindset. They dive into the sea to catch fish, bare-handed, mad respect for the boldness. They dive with total confidence, pumped up like, wow, look at all that fish, brothers. Let's dive in and grab them. I'll catch tons, I won't die. But here's the truth. You're not Aquaman. You will die. You're toast, I swear. Diving barehanded into the sea to catch fish? You're done for. Done, no debate. Drowning, shark attacks, getting outswum by stronger competitors, or just bad luck. Hitting a strong current that wipes you out. Can't survive that. See? A pile of ways to die. I haven't even listed them all. There's more. Naive. So how do you know if you're an Aquaman-level entrepreneur or not? Easy. Look at what you've got. If all you have is confidence, a bit of expertise, and a little cash, watch out. You're at risk of crashing. Diving into a startup with just confidence, some know-how, and a small budget is like jumping into the sea with only a pair of shorts. Maybe you bring a knife, hoping to stab some fish to bring back, fueled by sky-high enthusiasm. Folks, you're doomed. Pure folly, pure naivety. Ever sat at a cafe with friends, hearing, "This industry's hot. Jump in. It's a gold mine. Quick, or you'll miss out." Greed kicks in. You dive into the game with barely anything. A little capital, maybe borrowed, a shallow bit of expertise, and blind optimism. Sound familiar? If you're facing that scenario, your life's over. Game over. You'll crash because you're deluded about your strength, thinking you're a pro when you're an amateur. To survive at sea, smart people know they need a boat. Smart people wear life jackets. Smart people learn to steer, read the wind, spot shark-infested waters to avoid, and pack plenty of supplies to stay alive. The better equipped your boat, the less likely you'll die. See how complicated it is? So much to prepare. Exactly. Starting a business right means worrying about a ton of things. Every day there's something to handle. No such thing as an easy leap to riches. No such thing as diving in and catching fish effortlessly. In business, it's the same. Equip yourself with as many skills as possible. The more, the better, and keep equipping daily. You can't stop. You'll need sales skills, marketing skills, HR skills to attract talent, legal knowledge, tax know-how, corporate law basics, negotiation skills with suppliers, stress resilience, pressure handling, everything, folks. Being a CEO isn't easy. Being a boss isn't a walk in the park. That's why there are few bosses and many employees. It's tough. The glamour isn't simple. Equip yourself heavily. The more gear on your boat, the better. Even then, I'm blunt. You're not immortal. You might still fail, but you'll be far less likely to crash than those who start foolishly with an overconfident mindset. How do you equip? Through learning, experience. Example, dreaming of a cafe? Start as a low-level employee at one to gain experience. Many bosses began that way. Look it up. Or learn by observing. See a service that's subpar and think, if I were them, how would I improve it? That's learning too. Keep learning, keep equipping, mandatory. Now look, will you learn and push yourself? If not, forget it. Don't start a business. You'll crash. Just quit. Don't chase dreams only to burden your family with debt and drag loved ones down. It's painful. Diving into a startup with just three things: confidence, a sliver of expertise, a bit of cash, stop. Don't do it. My sincere advice, wait until you're loaded with skills, learn through study, experience, observation, and feel your boat solid. Then start. But even with that gear, you're not guaranteed survival. You need another layer of insurance, which we'll cover in part 2. Hello, everyone. We're back with strategy number 2 for starting a business without dying. What is it? You might laugh so hard you choke on your rice, so if you're eating, focus to avoid that. This one's funny, but serious. The title of strategy 2? Swim in the kiddie pool. Why the kiddie pool? Remember part 1? Business is like fishing in a vast ocean. Diving straight into the ocean as a beginner? You're dead. Smart people learn to swim first. Where? Somewhere you can't drown, the kiddie pool. Starting there is a brilliant first step. Then move to the adult pool, level up, swim in rivers, streams, and eventually the sea, the ocean. That's life's wisdom. Start small. Don't get greedy. Example, you dream of a massive bubble tea chain covering every corner. Sounds cool. Dream big. No tax on dreams. But that vision is the ocean. Dive in, you die. It's reckless. Apply the kiddie pool mindset. Instead of a huge chain, start with a bubble tea cart, pushing it along the street. That's the kiddie pool. You'll learn tons without dying. No worries, you won't crash. In the kiddie pool, you might slip, but the water's only waist deep. How can you drown? A cart might lose a few $1,000s, but that won't ruin your life or bankrupt you. Plus, you'll learn basics to advanced stuff. Example, how chewy should pearls be for customers to love them? Ask 1, 2, 10, 50 customers. Is this chewiness okay? You'll nail the perfect texture. Or, when do people buy bubble tea? Focus on peak hours to maximize profit, freeing up off-peak time for other tasks. What flavors do customers prefer? Track sales. Easy with a cart. How much sugar's just right? You'll learn. Even real-world issues, like handling local troublemakers, teach you. If you navigate that, you're next level. I won't answer how to deal with that. It's a fun, real-life challenge. You'll grow wiser. I'm a product of those gritty, street-level struggles. That's what made me today. Never underestimate small starts. They're huge. I've said this in many programs. For startup capital, if you have 10 bucks, use just one for your venture. Keep 9. Start small, kiddie pool style. Why? With $1 out of 10, you can fail up to 10 times, losing only $1 each time. Life's truth, few fail 10 times. By the fifth or sixth, you're a beast, sharp, error-proof, loaded with lessons. By the third or fourth failure, you're already stable, cunning like a fox. Start small, kiddie pool, learn to swim, then hit the adult pool, rivers, seas. Want to be a professor? Start at kindergarten, then grade school, high school, college, not straight to PhD. My advice isn't fancy, it's life. To swim in the sea, learn in the kiddie pool where you can't drown. Everyone knows this, but it's not redundant. Don't be too greedy at the start. Overreaching can kill you. These words are playful but heartfelt. Recap. Part 1. You're not a superhuman entrepreneur. Don't overestimate yourself. Part 2. Swim in the kiddie pool first. Got 10 bucks? Keep 9, use 1. Accept lean times but learn tons. With 10 tries by the 5th failure, you're a pro if you reflect. But we're not done. There's strategy 3. Ready? Here's the final lesson for starting a business without crashing. After absorbing strategies 1 and 2, add this third one, and you're nearly unkillable. Unkillable is a fun exaggeration. Don't roast me. It means you're super hard to take down when starting a business. Business isn't about luck. Don't rely on that. Ask successful people. They'll admit a bit of luck, but mostly it's pain, experience, and heavy brain work. You need to use your head too. Starting a business is tough, and without the smarts I'm sharing, you might crash needlessly. Strategy 3's mistake to avoid? Choosing the fishiest spot to fish when you're new. Beginners often aim for the most fish-packed, high-profit, juicy industries. Example, you sip bubble tea, see a shop raking it in, a $10 drink sells for $80,000. Huge profit. You think, I'll sell bubble tea. Or you see online brags about real estate brokers earning $500,000 per deal. Sweet, I'm in. Or a coffee shop, $5 costs, sold for $20. Let's do it. What's wrong? Aiming for these hot markets is a massive mistake. Why? The fishiest spots attract the best fishermen, top dogs, industry giants. Can you outplay them? High-value industries draw the biggest companies, the sharpest players. Never forget, if you see a juicy market, others do too. You think it's hot? Bigger players don't? Get real. You're in a tiny, rickety boat, and they're in billion-dollar submarines. They sneeze, you're dead, sunk instantly. Dial back the confidence, the naivety. Example, you love books, see rising demand, and want to sell them, competing with Amazon. Book discounts for small retailers are 30 to 40%, say 35%. A $100 book costs you $65, leaving $35 profit if sold at cover price. Amazon can sell it for $65 with free shipping. Your cost price. You're crushed. They break even. You lose. Why can Amazon do this? They're huge, negotiating 50% discounts. I sell 10,000 to 50,000 books a month. Give me a deal, or you're off my platform. Publishers comply. Plus, giants have cash to burn, losing money for 10 years without blinking, killing small fry like you. You'd fold in 3 years max. You're doomed either way. See the danger of chasing obvious high-profit markets? Where fish abound, elite fishermen gather. If you're a minnow, steer clear. What's the fix? Find your niche. A market with fish, but few notice. Hidden in corners, not out in the open. Nail it, and you'll thrive with less competition. Back to books. Competing with Amazon on mainstream books, textbooks, classics, self-help, you're dead. Everyone sees those gold mines. Be smarter. Find a niche, like rare books. Research old, high-demand books no longer published. Patiently contact every used bookstore to source them. You dominate that niche, alone or with few rivals. Giants like Amazon can't compete. They don't have those books. Niches are small. Behemoths can't squeeze in. This is the simplest way to explain niches. Time's short. I can't dive deeper now. I'll cover niches more in another program. While waiting, here are keywords to research on Google, YouTube, bookstores like Amazon, niche market, market segmentation. Read everything. Don't be lazy. These concepts exploded a decade ago. Textbooks lag behind. New tech, trends, niches pop up weekly. Traditional learning can't keep up. Be proactive, search yourself. Waiting for opportunities everyone sees? Worthless, only good for giants. A true entrepreneur never shuns learning. Skip it and you can't compete. Go work for someone. Don't start a business. That's it. 3 blood and sweat lessons. Follow all 3, and while massive success depends on your ability, I guarantee you won't crash. You'll last long, like a marathon. By your 3rd or 4th failure, if you think you're a beast, try these lessons. As you age, your career impacts not just you, but your spouse, kids, siblings, family. I've seen people borrow for startups, fail, flee debts, leaving families to face loan sharks, vandalism, harassment, heartbreaking. Not their fault, but the reckless entrepreneurs who vanished. Painful. I'm not scaring you. This is life. Books and startup shows paint rosy pictures, hiding the dark side. Be rational, play it safer for you and your loved ones. Thank you for listening. Goodbye and see you next time.